All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol HYLN, Hyliion Holdings Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel. Invest for tomorrow to all the subscribers. Welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I want to quickly announce that I have a Twitter account now. The link is down below in the description. And to every single investor and viewer, stay tuned till the end of this video because we do have a small recap on the ticker symbols we've talked about adding to our watch list in previous videos, and every single one of them are up right now, and we're going to talk about how they've reacted and what to expect moving forward. So stay tuned for that into the end of this video. So HYLN has been moving pretty sideways. Let's go ahead and move this to its new locations or new support and resistance, but it's been moving sideways and it hit a high here before it started moving sideways of 1846. Now we're building momentum back upwards, pulling away from the 50-day moving average, which the 50-day moving average currently is 1726. As long as we're above it, we're in bullish territory. The moment we're below it, we're in bearish territory. So I want every single investor to be aware of that. And 1846 is very important moving forward. That's the true resistance level that the bulls want to break through to continue to work their way up to newer highs and new resistance levels. But when we zoom out and we look at this, it's been holding up itself pretty steadily. And the lows here were down here at 1663. So very important point to keep an eye on in the downward trend if this was to go in the other direction. But right now, we can clearly see how this is moving itself up in the upward direction and holding itself up pretty well. So very important to keep that in mind and pay close attention to that. So let's see here our resistance and support. So support is 1705. If that gets broken through, the bears are starting to gain control because they broke through the 50-day moving average. They're breaking through the first support in bearish territory. And then we would have to watch for 1663, see how this stock's reacting between 1705 and 1663 moving forward. On the other hand, we have our resistance, and this is what the bulls want to break through, and they need to break through. I want to go ahead and emphasize that. The bulls need to break through 1808 and turn that into a support, pull further away from the 50-day moving average in the upward direction to get closer to the highs here of 1846 to reach new resistance levels and newer highs. Very, very important to keep that in mind. And once again, I want to emphasize the bulls need to break through 1808. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned for the short clip. I'm going to go ahead and have a recap on the previous ticker symbols that I've told you guys to add to your watch list, how they've done, and what to expect moving forward. Thank you. So let's do a quick recap here on some of the stocks that I've talked about towards the end of these videos. I have many more stocks to continue to share with you guys moving forward. And also as I continue to do my due diligence and research, and as I come across them and I see consolidations and so forth. So let's start off with the first one that we've talked about this week. Well, the beginning of this week and ending of last week, and it was WBA. We've talked about it since it was at 42.90. That's when I did the video talking about it. It was sitting around this area, and from that point forward we can see how this week has been, and I think that there's still more room here. We definitely want to watch it closely due to the fact that it has been in a bullish run for some time. We need to see how long it's going to last, and also watch closely any pullbacks that this stock has moving forward. Now, the other one is ALGM. It was under the radar, and it still pretty much is. When you go ahead and look at their chart, their volume is pretty low. It doesn't even reach 1 million in volume, but it has been growing. And I've talked about it since it was way back here at around 24.90-ish. It was around this area right here. It was at the beginning, towards the middle of December. I'm not sure exactly what point it was at, but it was at 24.90 when I did the video, and when I actually mentioned it was earlier this week. And here we are seeing how it's been reacting moving forward. It kind of dipped, it was having a nice pullback, and consolidation was already broken through. So this was a really good sign, and I started talking about it to let more people know about it. Now, I did a full video on it, so a lot of people probably missed it and overlooked it. Came back to look at the chart. The chart was showing signs of moving upwards and that there's great potential and possibilities here. And the fact that ALGM, a lot of analysts had a price target that already had broken through. Like it was around 20 something and some change. It was like $28, $29. And it broke through it, reaching 31. And I had stated at the beginning of this week, as it was pulling back, that analysts were probably going to have to upgrade their price target, pushing this one up further due to the fact of the signs and what this stock is showing. Now, this is a great innovative stock. It's really going to do well with the EV sector growing, and I believe that there's room here still for this one. Now, the other one that I had shared with you guys was LXRX. Now, this one was a much more speculative play. I had stated that there was a nice consolidation forming as we saw at the beginning of the week. I mentioned it yesterday and the day before, not actually yesterday, the day before yesterday, and I was already seeing a healthy sign of holding itself up. I had stated that up towards Thursday or the end of this week, we were going to see a catalyst due to the big event. And here we are seeing it run from 380s all the way up to 940, dipping back down to 819. This could consolidate up here. I said this is a speculative play. We need to see how it ends the week, how it starts next week, and it can continue to grow, no doubt. But there's a lot of hype and speculation around it due to the fact of the catalyst that was coming up. And here we are seeing that happen. Now, the last one I stated was yesterday's video, and I mixed that up with LXRX. I talked about this 2 days ago, and here we are with Wish. Wish is one that I had stated I wish I'd found earlier. I remembered it was going to IPO, completely forgot about it, caught up with so many other ticker symbols, so much other research last month, and it dipped down. If I would have known this, I would have probably taken a shot at it, and I caught it up here around the beginning of this week, right? So it was dipping, and as soon as I was going to get ready to talk to you guys about it and stuff, I was like, man, it's dipping. Let's watch this closely. The next day it ran. I said, okay, let's see if there's some consolidation. It ran again. I talked about it yesterday, and here we are seeing it run. So we still need to watch this closely, how it continues to play out, because of the fact that stocks like these have great upward potential. We need to see how the pullbacks are, or if this would consolidate somewhere up here or somewhere down here. Because remember, it came from down here, ran up to here, held itself up, and ran again. So if it consolidates up here, healthy sign for the next run until there's more speculation or hype or some catalyst to make it continue, or pull back down to around this area and consolidate up here. That will show signs of healthiness as well moving forward in the long term, because it didn't just destroy all these gains and go back down to the 19 or under $20. So big deal here with this one. I hope that you guys have found these ticker symbols helpful and informative. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts down below. Any of you guys that have been watching them, how do you feel about them? And also, if you learned something new and you are a first-time viewer and you've never came across this channel, subscribe to continue to get information like this and see what the important cues are based off the charts for the next trading day. Don't forget to share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, let's make some money.